Hey, it's certified postpartum fitness and athleticism coach Jenna Dalton, and in this video I'm going to give you some upper body mobility exercises. Specifically, we're going to be focusing in on the shoulders because as moms we can hold a lot of tension in these bad boys. We scrunch them up, it's easy for them to flop forward, we can get a bit of imbalance depending on what side we tend to hold our kiddo on, all kinds of things. So getting some opening up through the shoulders can feel so good. It just opens things up, and it can also get you better results in the gym because a muscle that can move the way that it's supposed to move, that's not stopped in the middle of a movement, is able to get stronger. So we really want to get some good movement throughout the shoulders. So the first one that I'm going to take you through is in a child's pose position. Now, sometimes in child's pose, we're told to really reach our arms out, and that can bring our shoulders up. But instead of really reaching your arms out, what I want you to do instead is set those shoulders down. So keep those shoulders down into your back the entire time instead of letting them scrunch up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come down into that child's pose, remembering set those shoulders down. You can relax your head, forehead, down into the ground there. I'm going to stay up for a second to give you some cues. So we're going to set those arms down into the back there, relax the head onto the ground, then all we're going to do is lift the arms up. Here's what that looks like. So I have my shoulders relaxed down, keeping the arms straight, palms facing towards the ground. I'm just going to lift those arms up. So you can move through a few cycles of that. 5 to 10 reps on each side, lifting those arms up, keeping the arms straight, but keeping that shoulder down into the back. The next one we're going to do it with thumbs up. Now, thumbs facing towards the sky, same rules apply. Keep those shoulders relaxed down into the back there, arms nice and straight. It looks like this. And again, you can do a few reps of that, 5 to 10 reps on each side, remembering that we want to keep those shoulders down, arms nice and straight. You can practice, you can play around with how wide apart your hands are, if they're really far straight up or a little bit wider apart. You might find that if this is some of the first little bit of mobility that you're doing, that you're going to need it a little bit wider than straight up. So play around with that one. The next one we're going to do is you're going to come down onto your back, and we're going to do some floor angels with the arms straight and then with the arms bent. So because it might be a little bit more challenging to see what my body is doing when I'm on the floor, this is the action that we're doing. We're just doing some angels with straight arms, and then we're doing some angels with bent arms. The idea is that we want to keep the back of the palm on the ground the entire time, and again, shoulders relaxed down, so we're not scrunching the shoulders up as we come up. Shoulders stay relaxed, palm stays on the ground as best we can, and just come up as high as feels comfortable for you while keeping the back of the palm on the ground. Coming up higher with bad form is not going to get you better mobility. It's just going to increase your chance of getting injured and being even more immobile. So make sure that you pay attention to what is right for your body right now. So you just come onto your back there, and you can have your legs relaxed straight out there, and keeping the shoulders relaxed. Drop that rib cage down so you're not in this crazy flare position here. Rib cage is dropped down. Backs the palms on the floor, shoulders relaxed into the back. And we're going to bring those arms up and back down. Up and back down. Again, just go with the mobility that feels good for your body. If coming up here is where you're at, great. If coming up here is where you're at, fantastic. Just go with what feels right for you. Next, we're going to do it bent. So bending the elbows, kind of in the like football post kind of action, we're just gonna do the same thing, but with bent elbows this time. Again, keeping the backs of the palms on the ground there. You may find that one side of your body is different than the other, and that's really, really common, especially for us moms, especially because we tend to hold the baby on one side or the other, and that can impact our mobility there. So again, 5 to 10 reps of that exercise. The last one we're gonna do is from a seated position. I like to do this sitting back on my heels. You can do it sitting in a chair if that feels more comfortable. You can do it cross-legged if that feels more comfortable, on a stability ball, whatever feels good for you. Again, focusing on that upper body mobility into the shoulders. Bring those arms up in front of you. We're gonna keep the arms nice and straight, fingers pointed up towards the ceiling or the sky. There. It's really important that you keep your arms straight because it's easy to just bend the arms and not really get into the shoulders, which is obviously where we want to be. So keeping those arms nice and straight, chin tucked in a little bit so you're not in this strained position, chin tucked in, ribs stacked over top of the hips there so you're not flaring out. Breathe through it, relax those shoulders down. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and forward, back and forward, and really try to have a nice pronounced movement, as big of a movement as you can get, going forward, pushing those shoulder blades forward, and then squeezing them back. Keeping those arms nice and straight, shoulder blades relaxed down, so we're not getting in the scrunch, right? You can do 5 to 10 reps of that seated. Then we're gonna move into a quadruped or kneeling position here on the hands, and we're gonna do the same thing. So hands underneath shoulders there, knees underneath hips, and we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna relax those shoulder blades down into the back. You're going to push away and then relax in. Push away and relax in. Keeping on looking down, that nice relaxed head position there. Nice straight arms. So this, we're not doing this. This isn't what we're doing, this like mini push-up thing here. We're pushing through just the shoulder blades there. Getting some movement in through the shoulder blades there. And again, 5, 10 reps of that. Doing this whole sequence either before a workout or just on its own is gonna give you so much more openness throughout the shoulders into the upper back and almost like neck area there too. We can carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, which can really impact our whole body, but especially into that neck there. So give this a go. Let me know if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'm happy to answer, and let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, go to jennadalton.com/free workout for an awesome group of exercises that you can do to help you feel stronger and just more like yourself again after having a baby. I'll see you there.